Hello, my name's Erica, and I'm a family nurse practitioner. Mostly importantly, I am a mother of four. And I wanted to discuss signs of postpartum depression to help any of you moms out there that may be questioning or struggling as to why you're feeling the way you are and what ways you can help to prevent that or um, guide you through it. So postpartum depression affects 1 in 7 women. I apologize. Um, Almost, I feel like, honestly, impacts almost every mom. Um, at the end of the day, after you have a child, after you give birth, you're expected to, recover from all these hormones that are transitioning in your body. So there's something called baby blues. Baby blues is basically exactly that is, your body is adjusting. It's adjustment mood disorder. That basically your hormones are getting regulated. So you're going to be moody, you're going to be stressed, you're going to cry, you're going to be irritable, you're going to be sleepless, restless, all these things. But I say I deal with that with giving yourself some grace. You just had a baby. Make sure you're asking for help. Um, they say sleep when the baby sleeps. That's almost hard to do. But ask for help and get that rest. You pump, if you're pumping, have your partner store the bottles, you know, um, do whatever you can to get some sleep, and that's basically what you need. You need to eat, you need to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your child. But it's easier said than done. We are very hard on ourselves as women, and we need to understand that we can't do it by ourselves. It does definitely takes a village. What I've done for myself is I had my friends, while I was in the hospital, they actually made me a meal for the week. Each one of my friends made one meal for the week, and that got me through at least the first week without having to cook. I ordered out. I didn't try to clean the kitchen, do all the day-to-day things I usually do. I got my rest. And this is learning after number 4. My first experience as a mom, I wasn't like that. So I definitely learned my lesson. Get the rest, okay? And usually they say postpartum blues takes about 2 weeks, and then after that, that's when they say you're at risk for like postpartum depression is when you're not enjoying things. They go through a whole screening tool that they're gonna ask you. You're not enjoying things, you're not sleeping, you're not connected to your child. And a lot of moms are scared to admit that that's how they feel because don't want to feel judged, but no one's judging you. It's quite normal, actually. They make it seem like it's abnormal, but think about it. Like, how much sleep do you get in the first 2 weeks? Almost nothing, especially if you're breastfeeding. Um, so just not without having a baby, not getting enough rest, you're going to be grumpy and irritable. So that's not really abnormal. Um, it's hard because a lot of people don't have that support to get the extra rest or even get the tasks done, especially if you have other kids or, for me, I was a student and working. Luckily, I was able to get time off. Um, but I still was a student. I had to go to class online, of course, but just having to give something else my energy was a lot. But I did it. But I knew to ask for help. I made my husband do a lot of the chores, almost all of it, because I had to rest and take care of a baby. Um, ask friends for groceries, Instacart. I mean, there's so many resources now. DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart deliveries was my friend. I still do that. If I don't want to go anywhere, DoorDash. You got to pay. I mean, you need the help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Give yourself grace. You deserve it. But seriously, postpartum depression, if undiagnosed, can be scary and harmful to you or your child. And if you're one of those parents that are struggling, I would definitely ask for help. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to take your kid away. But people can't help you if you're not asking for it. Family and friends probably notice something off, but no one, again, postpartum depression is still not really talked about, even though there's horrible stories out there what happens. But for me, for instance, so I had my first kid at 17. I believe I did have it. Like a 17-year-old, I should be energetic and stuff like that. But no, I had my son in front of the TV most days. I was sleeping most of the days. Granted, I was working too, but I was isolating myself. I didn't want to be around friends. But I think, noticing, again, I've always given myself that grace. Like, you know what? I'm not doing it because no one else is. everything's always on the mom. And I'm like, oh no, like if they could do that, then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get my rest. My child grew up perfectly fine. But seriously, and all notes aside, ask for help. Um, One thing we forget to do besides like eating and drinking fluids, like they say, resting, is exercise. Exercise is so important. Now, depending on when you have your baby, it may be too cold to go to exercise, but you could put on some songs, some music, and just get moving, just moving alone. If it's nice outside, that's perfect because you get all that serotonin from the sun. It's a feeling good hormone. Um, Exercise is definitely key. It doesn't have to be strenuous, but even a small walk is definitely key. Makes you feel human again. And with that note too, with that all aside, paint your nails, put on your lipstick, do your hair, um, feel normal because it's gonna take a while for you to get back to that place. But do the small little things to make you feel like, okay, I'm back to my normal self. I mean, it took me up to like almost, well, I'll say over a year. I don't even think it was, yeah, it took me a while. Just didn't want to interact with friends and to go out and, you know, feel human. But I would say definitely ask for help. What else did I mention? Drink your fluids, eat, make sure you're exercising, paint your nails, put your lip gloss on, curl your hair, and vitamins. Okay. Nutritional wise, we are just all out of whack. Our little babies, crotch goblins, whatever you want to call them, our blessings, took most of our vitamins away, just so they can grow themselves. And if you weren't taking your prenatals, that's even more that they're taking from you. So definitely get on your vitamins. Make sure you're eating your vitamins, fruits, veggies, all the good stuff. And definitely communicate with your OB if you're not feeling well. So for me, for instance, after I had my third child, I developed preeclampsia after having him. And I didn't even realize that you can have preeclampsia after having him. But I had this throbbing headache. And my blood pressure wouldn't go away. Like, it wouldn't go down. And I'm like, what's going on? I did this for like, I was in pain for like almost 9 days before I actually got evaluated correctly. The first day I did go to emergency room and I did get diagnosed with COVID. So they're kind of saying, oh, it's probably your COVID. It's probably your COVID. But after the 9th day, I'm like, I can't take this anymore. This is more than COVID. It has to be. So I went to a different emergency room and they're like, you have preeclampsia. And so I'm like, what? They sent me out back to the OB and they gave me my magnesium and treated me and everything was well. But that was scary. I could have went to a seizure. Anything could have happened to me. I could have died, stroked out from how high my blood pressure was. So talk to your OB and advocate for yourself if you're not feeling well. To be honest with families and friends. If you are feeling unsafe, there's something called postpartum psychosis where, maybe you didn't get enough rest for a while and you're just like going crazy and you're like, you just want to end it. Definitely tell someone. Again, it's scary. Give your child to the next person. Say, just take care of yourself. That can be temporary. And, you don't want to make a permanent decision on a temporary basis because of your pride or your ego. And, no, you're